NBA, once known as the pinnacle of intensity, competition, and unmatched excitement. But in 2024, fans, analysts, and even some players are starting to ask the question, has the NBA lost its edge? With concerns about player load management, rule changes, and a shift in the league's competitive culture, a heated debate has been brewing. This controversy has everyone talking. Is the NBA still the dominant, thrilling force it used to be, or is something missing? In this video, we'll dive deep into the issues facing the NBA in 2024, the reasons behind these concerns, and whether the league can recover its hard-earned reputation. The load management controversy. One of the most hotly debated topics in the NBA over the past few years has been load management. For those unfamiliar, load management is a practice where star players sit out games, particularly in the regular season, in order to stay fresh and avoid injury. While it makes sense from a player health standpoint, fans and critics argue that it's damaging the integrity of the game. In 2024, this debate has reached a boiling point. Fans pay top dollar to see the league's biggest stars, LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Stephen Curry, Luka Doncic, but too often they arrive at the arena only to find their favorite player isn't playing. Games that once had marquee matchups can sometimes feel like exhibition scrimmages, with key stars resting. The impact on TV ratings and ticket sales has been noticeable, leading many to wonder if load management is taking the competitive edge out of the league. But here's the real issue. Is the NBA prioritizing the playoffs and championships so much that the regular season no longer matters? If star players sit out for significant portions of the season, are fans being robbed of the intensity and excitement that used to define the NBA's 82-game grind? The rule changes. Is offense dominating too much? Another key issue fueling the 2024 NBA controversy is the rule changes that have tilted the game heavily in favor of offense. Over the past decade, the NBA has implemented a series of adjustments designed to open up the game, promote higher scoring, and create more three-point shooting. This has led to more high-scoring games, but many argue it has come at the cost of defense and the physical battles that once defined the league. In 2024, three-point shooting dominates the league more than ever. Teams are regularly taking 40 to 50 threes a game, and while this has produced thrilling offensive displays, some fans are questioning whether the game has lost its balance. Gone are the days of tough physical matchups like the Detroit Pistons' Bad Boys or the 1990s New York Knicks. Is the NBA too soft now? Can teams still play gritty defense? Or has the game become too reliant on shooting and spacing? The super team era. Have superstars compromised parity? Another aspect of the NBA's evolving landscape is the ongoing trend of super teams, where star players join forces to form stacked lineups in a quest to win championships. We saw it with LeBron James forming a super team in Miami, Kevin Durant joining the Golden State Warriors, and more recently, stars like Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant teaming up in Brooklyn. In 2024, the trend continues, with teams like the Phoenix Suns, now with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, raising questions about whether the league has lost its competitive balance. Some fans and analysts argue that these super teams are making it harder for smaller market teams to compete, and that the league lacks the parity that once made every team feel like they had a shot at the title. The question everyone is asking is the NBA's focus on super teams taking the unpredictability out of the game. While these superstars deliver must-watch moments, is it possible that the league's overall competition is suffering because of a lack of balance? Has player movement hurt team loyalty? The 2024 controversy is also rooted in the frequency of player movement. Today's NBA stars wield more power than ever before, often forcing trades or signing short-term deals to keep their options open. This has given players more control over their careers, but it's also changed the way fans engage with teams. Gone are the days when players stayed with one team for the bulk of their careers. Think Kobe Bryant or Tim Duncan. Now fans watch as star players switch teams every few years, leaving many to feel that the sense of loyalty between players and franchises has been lost. In 2024, players like Damian Lillard, who spent years in Portland, have finally moved on to pursue championships elsewhere, sparking discussions about whether NBA loyalty has become a thing of the past. This constant player movement has also made it harder for fans to connect with their favorite teams. With rosters changing every season, it's difficult for fans to build a long-term bond with the players. As a result, the NBA's brand of team loyalty has taken a hit. Is this the price of player empowerment? The 2024 All-Star Game Backlash, one of the clearest signs that the NBA may have lost some of its competitive edge, came during the 2024 NBA All-Star Game. Once a showcase of the league's best talent, the All-Star Game has increasingly been criticized for its lack of intensity. The 2024 edition was no different. Fans took to social media to vent their frustrations about the lack of defense and the overall sense that players weren't taking the game seriously. What used to be a highlight of the NBA season has become little more than a glorified exhibition match. While the players enjoy the festivities, fans are left feeling shortchanged. Some are even calling for major changes to the format or for the league to introduce higher stakes to make the game competitive again. Is the NBA still as competitive as it once was? So, with all these controversies swirling in 2024, the big question remains: has the NBA lost its edge? The rise of load management, the dominance of offense over defense, the creation of super teams, frequent player movement, and the declining competitiveness of marquee events like the All-Star Game have all contributed to the conversation. While the league is as popular as ever, with global superstars like LeBron James, Luka Doncic, and Kylian Mbappe now reportedly eyeing an NBA stint after his football career, there is an undeniable shift in the culture of the game. For longtime fans, the NBA of today looks and feels different than it did even a decade ago. Whether or not that's a good thing depends on who you ask. Some believe the league's emphasis on player health, offense, and star power is the natural evolution of the game, while others feel the NBA has strayed too far from its roots, where competition and intensity ruled the court. Can the NBA find a balance? The good news is that the NBA has shown a willingness to adapt and evolve in the past. With so much discourse surrounding the 2024 season, there's hope that the league will address some of these issues. Load management guidelines could become stricter to ensure fans get to see the best players on the floor. Rule adjustments could be made to encourage more balanced play between offense and defense, and the league could explore ways to bring more parity back to the game, leveling the playing field between big market and small market teams. As the NBA heads deeper into the 2024 season, all eyes will be on how the league responds. Can the NBA restore its edge, or is this the new reality for the league? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure: fans, players, and pundits alike will be watching closely.